showing up one day never, ever, ever looks impressive. But all it takes is showing up one day, every single day of their life to see substantial results. I remember when I first started going to the gym when I think I was in 7th grade going to Planet Fitness with my mom, and I was so stupid. My right side was stronger than my left, so I would go like once a week, and I would just do left day. And I know my mom will be watching this, and she'll remember. I would do like just left-sided bicep curls. I would do left-sided overhead press, left-sided legs, and it actually did work because I was like, well, fuck, I gotta even out. That's besides the point. But showing up every single day just made it part of my routine. It's part of my mom's routine, where I could not imagine a day where I don't go to the gym, even if I go in and do barely anything. Actually, a lot of the times when I go in the gym, I'll work out for 25 minutes and I'll just kind of mess around and do things that I want to do. But the act of going and showing up compounds so much to where you get and maintain a decently well done physique. It's the same thing with work and business, where at first it is very, very difficult because there's this mountain of an overwhelming sensation of saying, I have no fucking clue where to start. This is an entire world that seems so ridiculously challenging to me that it doesn't even make sense. And because it doesn't make sense, it makes people never take the first step. But what you realize is, once you take the first step, you then can get yourself together and you can take the step after that. And maybe it takes you a long time to fucking keep on stepping and stepping and stepping, but all it is a multitude of steps that then turn into a well-rounded income or physique or business, whatever it is that you're looking for. It just never looks impressive the day you're doing it. But now I want to work 365 days a year. I couldn't even see myself not working, even if I'm only working for an hour one day or 10 hours a different day. I want, and I'm happy and I'm glad and I'm grateful for the ability to work every single day. I couldn't imagine not working on a holiday or on my birthday. I genuinely want to do that, the same way that I want to go to the gym, because it's so deeply ritualed into my routine and what I found so much joy in doing. I mean, when I'm in the car, I'm listening to podcasts that are trying to improve my knowledge of the space that I'm in to where I can get better, or I'm reading or listening to audiobooks. At least 10 to 20 hours of podcasts and audibles per week of just trying to learn and educate and get better and making sure that we're always on the forefront of what we're doing. And then I spend all my other time working. If I'm in the gym, I'm either listening to a podcast about work or I'm working out, depending upon how much I really want to push myself that day. But now, that's just a hobby that has become the most fun sport in the entire world to me. It is quite literally the most fun sport in the entire world, playing business at a higher and higher level. It sucked. It genuinely sucked when I had nothing going on. And when I first got employed, when I first got into the very small days of growing a business or starting a self-employment per se, that sucked too. That was actually the loneliest, hardest time of my life. And what you don't see is how that whole period was a year and a half long. I mean, a year and a half is so much time, especially when you're 18 years old and you've only been alive for 18 years. That's like 1/17 of your entire life. I mean, that's a very long time of grinding and putting in the effort, of doing outreach, of not getting any results, of getting zero success, of not getting much better at what you're doing, of not knowing what to do to get better, at throwing your bunch of shit against the wall and nothing sticking. Then that is a long period of time that fucking sucked. It genuinely sucked. Now, what a lot of people see is traveling once or twice a month, going to the nicest restaurants, doing the things that most people would say are very cool. And I would agree, it is actually awesome. It is actually so much better than I even thought. I wanted to be able to do that stuff, but it's even better than I thought it was going to be. But it's not what I'm doing and where I'm going, it's the people that you get to surround yourself with. And the more the business is growing, the more money that I make, the more I want to be around amazing people that make you want to get better, that push you to be a better person, or a better, and in a sports analogy, you want to be on the best team that pushes you to get better, because then that makes the team better, but it also makes the individuals better. That's what it drives me. I love being around super ambitious people that are looking to crush it and working all towards the same mission. That drives me an incredible amount. And then being able to spend quality time with those people, with your loved ones, that is way more fulfilling than just making more money. But growing a business at the highest level is the most fun sport in the entire world now. And I fell in love with the game of doing that and wanting to play at the epicenter of the highest level and be able to compete with my clients and my friends that are doing hundreds of millions of dollars per year. It is wildly intriguing to me, and it fires me up like nothing else, to where I'm laying in bed looking at the ceiling, envisioning the 24 months down the line where we have the largest marketing agency in the entire world, or not the largest because there's some multi-billion-dollar ones, but the number one in terms of quality of service that we are providing in the entire world. And that is unequivocally going to happen. Right now, there is zero competition that we definitely have the number one social media marketing agency in the world in terms of the quality of service that we are providing for and the value that we are giving to our clients. There is no doubt. But we are going to continuously make that better and bigger and compound it further. And all that takes is having the best people on board. And so I am so hyper-focused on just finding the best talent in the entire world. And then having a company structure where if there is someone that is so ridiculously ambitious and wants to work hard, hopefully they can make unlimited amounts of money. And this is what we're trying to figure out. It's a different challenge that's hard, but if I want to give the opportunity to myself when I was 17 and didn't know what the fuck to do. And so that is something that I'm just so passionate about. And it really, really, really excites me. So that's the only reason why I document my business journeys every single day. It's not to get clients. I can guarantee you a client will never be watching this. It's also fun to be able to look back a year or two from now and see, well, that's exactly what happened. Because when I look back at my videos from 2-3 years ago, saying how I was going to scale XYZ way, and that happened, well, it's pretty cool to see that.